everyone, it's Spoonful for you, back at you again with another video, and today we are talking about the land that changed everything in modern theme parks. I basically call it the modern New Orleans Square, but of Universal. Now, Universal Studios, of course, created the Wizarding World of Harry Potter back in 2010 Hogsmeade, which took place in Islands of Adventure, one of the greatest lands ever built. People that worked on the films, including J.K. Rowling herself, helped Universal create this masterpiece of a land. I shouldn't even call it a land. It's a journey. It's an experience like no other. Everything from the films, everything from the books came together so it was just excellent. Everything was crafted to perfection. The stones, the music, the bricks, everything is fantastic. And I really do love the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade. It became so popular that Diagon Alley eventually was created in 2014 at Universal Studios Orlando, including the Hogwarts Express itself. Hogsmeade expanded the experience of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and now we have two parks in Universal that have Harry Potter, and you could experience the entire Harry Potter world within, like, you could stay there all day if you wanted. It's, like I said before, less of a land and more of an experience. Hi everyone, my name is Alex, and today we are talking about the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and what it has done to theme parks. After this amazing achievement came, basically all the parks across the world tried to copy the success of Hogsmeade. Heck, even Universal tried to copy the success, and they did successfully with Diagon Alley a couple years later. Disney tried to replicate their success with Pandora, the World of Avatar, Toy Story Land, and of course, the recent Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge, in my opinion, was the one that tried its best at becoming the next Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Now, unfortunately, all these lands never replicated the true success, but I think the one that got the closest is definitely Pandora, the World of Avatar. I think that one has the sheer beauty and was the most popular one out of them all. Don't get me wrong, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is still very, very cool, but a lot of people don't really care about the sequel trilogy as much as the originals or prequel trilogy. So I do think Galaxy's Edge was, it was alright. And then Toy Story Land was just kind of underwhelming, even though it is a cool land, it's a beautiful land. I really like Slinky Dog Dash. We did have some things that were already there, kind of like Toy Story Mania, for example, was already in the park. So it wasn't the greatest land in the entire world, but at least it was a land that they were trying to create that would bank off the success following the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. After Wizarding World of Harry Potter, theme parks wanted immersion. They wanted to immerse the guests in movie-like environments where you felt like you were truly with these characters. You felt like you were actually inside the movies with these characters and the music and everything. They wanted not only that, but an experience where you could actually enjoy interactive elements. Harry Potter introduced the wand elements where you could actually buy a wand and have Ollivander's shop right there for you, where you could actually buy your own wand and do interactive elements throughout the whole world of Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Now, of course, Star Wars replicated this, where they created lightsabers, of course, but unfortunately, I don't think the lightsabers. Now, don't get me wrong. In the movie world, I do like lightsabers better over wands. In the movie world, if I was to watch a Harry Potter film and then a Star Wars film, personally myself, I think lightsabers are cooler. However, in the theme park world, I'm sorry, but the wands are so cool. I mean, you could do so many interactive elements. Not only that, but you have a really cool show that I don't think Disney truly replicated. Now, I think the lightsaber show is cool. I'm not lying. It is a cool experience, but it's nowhere near as immersive as the Harry Potter one, where you pick up your wand for the first ever time. I think that is a truly amazing experience for all ages. I mean, it's an experience that it's more personal. It's less about, a group. It's less about a group making lightsabers. It's more about you fixing it and choosing your own wand. And I think that is something truly special that Disney just did not catch. And of course, people try to replicate. Of course, they try replicating the drink Butterbeer. every park is trying to make a Butterbeer. New Fantasyland at Magic Kingdom they created the gray stuff, which is technically their version of the Butterbeer. Pandora created this drink that was kind of like an alien drink where they have these little beads on the top. I've never had that drink before, so I don't really know the name. And of course, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge created this slushy called the blue milk and the green milk. It's technically the Butterbeer. And every land is trying to capitalize on the success of Harry Potter. You know, you always have to have the interactive elements. You always have to have the story where you meet the characters. You know, you have to have that awesome character meeting like Rise of the Resistance at Star Wars, which is a great ride, by the way. Well, it was before I quit becoming a Disney fan. But Blue Milk, I tried it at Disney, and I heard a lot of people thought it was mediocre. It was okay. I actually really enjoyed the Blue Milk. I was pleasantly surprised by it. But of course, it's nowhere near as good as Butterbeer ice cream or Butterbeer, you know, just as its standalone thing. I think Butterbeer it's just an amazing accomplishment. It's an amazing revolutionary drink that has never been really seen before. And I think that theme parks really just learned a lot. And I kind of say Wizarding World of Harry Potter is basically the modern New Orleans Square of theme park entertainment. Because when New Orleans Square premiered in Disneyland, before that it was more of your standard hot dogs, it was more of your standard foods, but now you could actually get Cajun food, and you could actually get salmon and actual food from this place, and you actually had authentic music from New Orleans. I think New Orleans Square in the 60s is basically what Harry Potter is today for us, the new audience of the 21st century. So yeah, New Orleans Square, it does take a lot, you know, it's a lot of similarities. New Orleans Square had the Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, and a lot of people after New Orleans Square came out, they wanted lands just like that, where you had immersive storytelling elements. And I think if it wasn't for New Orleans Square, we would never have what we had in Magic Kingdom. We would never have what we had in Epcot or Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom. Heck, even Toontown at Disneyland was heavily inspired by New Orleans Square. So today, a lot of the stuff we see today is, of course, inspired by the one and only Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I think the Wizarding World of Harry Potter should be loved even more than what it is right now. Is it overrated? I used to ask myself that. But after Hagrid, I just have to say, no, it's not overrated. Now, when Dragon Challenge was still out, when, the movies were more popular back in, 2011, 2012, people would not shut up about Harry Potter. Now, I'm like, it's not overrated. I think it's deserving of the prize that it's one of the greatest lands ever made. It is the greatest land ever made in theme park history. Kind of a little bit in front of New Orleans Square. I still do believe that New Orleans Square is the greatest land ever built in theme park industry, but I do think this is number 2. And then number 3 is, of course, Pandora, the World of Avatar, or Galaxy's Edge, depending on what you like. But I do think Harry Potter probably does take the icing on the cake. But, in terms of nostalgia and in terms of revolution, I just have to say that New Orleans Square it might be a little bit better over Harry Potter, but just by an inch, ladies and gentlemen, just by an inch. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone. What do you think of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? One of the greatest theme park achievements of all time. It is a great, great land. It is fantastic. You could spend a whole day there doing spells, sending letters, going to Ollivanders, buying things in the stores, riding the rides. I mean, experiencing the land in itself, just looking at all the details. You could spend literally a whole day going to this land. And Universal, the rest of Universal, you don't even have to go there. That's how good the land was. And I don't think there's ever been another land where you could actually spend a whole day there. Like I said before, New Orleans Square, possibly, because you have Tom Sawyer's Island, you have the Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, all those shops you can explore, but still, nothing matches the power of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I think it's a mini, explorable world, basically. That's why it's called the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. It is a world that you can actually explore. It's a world that you are a part of, that you live in. It feels lived in. It feels like you actually are a part of this world. It doesn't feel like you're going to this land and you're looking up and you're in awe and you do the 2 rides and then you leave. No, you're a part. You live here. You are a part of this land. Pandora, for example, fantastic land. But it has 2 rides. You look up at the waterfalls and you look up at the rocks, and it's beautiful. It's great. I love Pandora, but when you're done, you know, you don't really have the motivation to really stay in that land. Maybe 2 hours at tops. Wizarding World of Harry Potter, usually I stay there maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, even more. It's that good, ladies and gentlemen. Especially if you are a huge Harry Potter fan like I am. Especially the first 3 movies. I'm not a big fan of the films after the first 3 films. But they're still fine, in my opinion, but not the biggest fan. But still, I'm a big fan of the first 3 films. So I could call myself a massive Harry Potter film because 1, 2, and 3 are really good movies, in my opinion. So I could call myself a massive Harry Potter fan. And I am a massive Harry Potter fan. And I think that the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is the place for me. And I think it's a place that I'm more comfortable with in Universal. I explore it so much. It is fantastic and truly breathtaking. Do I see the Wizarding World of Harry Potter ever going away? No, I don't. Is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter perfect? Now let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Is it a perfect land? No, nothing is perfect. Some of the problems I have, one, it's a nitpick. The train, unfortunately, it's kind of like on a pulley system, so that the wheels themselves are not moving. It kind of takes you out of the immersion. Some of the animatronics are a bit iffy. For example, Hedwig, the owl who's in the cage, needs a big overhaul, in my opinion. Looks nothing like Hedwig in the film. Looks more like some little Halloween kind of gift or something. Halloween, you know, costume, or Halloween, you know, theme that you put outside in your yard. That's kind of what Hedwig looks like. Another problem I have is the awful voices of Harry and Hermione in the Diagon Alley expansion. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard the story, but when Hogsmeade opened back in 2010, all of the cast reprised their roles. Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, all of them reprised their roles for the Hogsmeade expansion and the Forbidden Journey. So who you hear in those rides is that's Daniel Radcliffe, that's Emma Watson, that's Rupert Grint. Unfortunately, during the Diagon Alley expansion in 2014, they unfortunately could not get Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe to reprise their roles, and it's very noticeable. So I think that is one of the flaws. Very few flaws, ladies and gentlemen. It's obvious in the Diagon Alley Escape from Gringotts ride, train ride. It's very obvious, especially the Emma Watson sound alike. It is so obvious that's not Emma Watson. And I really hope that one day Universal goes back and re-records these lines with Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe. Of course, they got Rupert Grint back, but not Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe. So that was very unfortunate that they were not a part of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I hope that one day Universal can actually get these 2 cast members and re-record the lines and just make it sound better, make it sound more fluid and more like the films, because it's just noticeable, guys. It is truly noticeable. Other flaws that I have, like I said, Hogwarts Express, it could have a nighttime scene and a daytime scene. Unfortunately, the ride is just all day and sometimes like little nighttime scenes. But if you ride it during the night, it's still during the day. It kind of takes you out of the immersion. And that is one of the great things I love in Galaxy's Edge, where depending on what time you go on these rides, it changes from nighttime to daytime. So I really hope that one day Universal kind of updates the train, adds new scenes, and changes it from nighttime to daytime. I think that would be really, really awesome. But like I said, I have a few flaws, but nothing huge, nothing groundbreakingly bad. I think the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is great. It is a fantastic, revolutionary land that everyone should experience. I know everyone, there are people out there that prefer Disney over Universal, and that's who I used to be before Disney kind of stepped over the line and destroyed themselves, shot themselves in the foot. I think even Disney fans should experience Harry Potter once in their life. And if they don't like it, fine. But I think they should experience this amazing land once. It is truly revolutionary. What do you think of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? Let me know down below. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Let's get to 6,000 subscribers very, very soon. We are about to hit that number. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. Do whatever the heck you want to do, and goodbye. Bye, everyone.